So what you're going to be making is a Bluetooth speaker. Now, one of the first processes, or one of the first things that you need to do is you need to log into your Fusion, and what's being shared with you is this Year 11 Design and Technology page. Now, if you're unable to find that, you click on the 9 dots there. Okay, and as you can see, I've got multiple folders, and I will click on that, and these are all the common components that are going to sit inside our speaker, which you're going to take your measurements off. Now, what we will do next is I just want to show you how to hide some elements and also what's in there. So we've got our top, which is going to be made out of bamboo ply, or for my job anyway, that you're going to be making, or making the video, and that's because it will use the laser cutter, and there will be fabric there which will help the sound come through for the speakers. Underneath we will have all the components which are nicely housed in there so they don't fall out. We've got a trench in there to allow for the cables to go from the two connected speakers into the micro bit. And we've got our battery in there, and we've got our on-off, and then we've got one of our aux jacks to plug into the USB. What we will do, so we see the carcass on the outside, so that's a different component. And with the carcass on the outside, that's going to be 3D printed, and it's going to be hollowed. My next big thing is my insert that goes in the middle. Now the insert that goes in the middle has multiple different elements. It has the two speakers, it has a lithium battery, and it has a microchip. So I will just show you these. As you can see, there's a small amount of detail in here that allows for it to be housed out and allows for it to sit nice and securely inside my job. The first thing that you're going to do is, after we've got all these, I'm going to go home and you're going to go new project, because that's what we're going to be doing, and I want you to call it Year 11 Bluetooth speaker. And what we're going to do is you're going to save all of your information there, and so we can have it near the top, we're going to pin it. Okay, so that way it'll move it up into our important projects which are here, and I've got one right here. What I will be doing next is I'm going to be opening up a new tab, and I am going to show you how to use a few different tools. Now we want to create a new sketch, as we will be sketching an element, which is this button right here. If you can't find that, go into create, and it should be in here right there. We want to choose the bottom plane. So we've got 3 different planes that we can choose from, X, Y, and Z. Okay, we want to be choosing the X plane to start with, as this will help for us. I want to close that, so I've just got a bit more room to work off. And I've got my sketch palette right here, which gives me some options. I've got construction lines. I don't want to have those on, so we'll just leave those like so. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to scroll all the way down to polygon. I'll click on this, and there's different ways I can draw it. I can draw it from the middle, I can draw it around, okay, or I can do 2 points. I want to draw it from the middle, and what I want to do first is I have my diameter, or I have my datum. Okay. So I've got my datum where I'm starting at, I've got my diameter, or I have my radius. Now I want to make the diameter, or the radius, 103, as this will be, it's all in millimeters, so this will be how wide my job's going to be, 103 mils. Because I want it to be across here, okay, we've got that right, so, because I want it to be 206 across, which is what it is. So it looks like so. I actually want it going in the corner, so we can either choose this one, and if we choose this one it goes to the edge. As I said, I wanted to choose this one here, okay, inscribed, which is this one right here, and allows me to do it nice and easily. Okay, I'll get rid of that one. What I want to do next is I want to finish this sketch, because I don't need to do anything else with it currently. What I go is finish sketch, and now I'm able to work off this sketch. I want to extrude it. So when I extrude it, it helps me to make it bigger. So I go extrude, and I want to extrude it by 40 mils. So I'm going to click into my, and this is highlighted area, so it's currently 0. So it means it's a 2D object. So let's make it a 3D object. So we go 40, means it's 40 mils off the ground, and I will enter. Now I can't see it right now, so I'm going to go up to this box right here, and I'm going to click on the home symbol, and it's going to give me an isometric view. What I want to do next is I want to be able to hollow out this object, because if I 3D printed it right now, it would take a very long time, it would be solid, and I can't put any of my components in. I'm going to create a new sketch. I'm going to click on top because that's where I want my sketch. It's a lot easier to do this with the mouse. I'm going to go offset because I want to offset this area right here. And I want my offset to go internally into the job instead of externally. So if I put 3, it goes outside the job, but I want it to go inside the job. So I go minus, like so. And I'm going to go enter. Now I've got 3 mils from there to there. I want to finish my sketch. I'm going to go home again, and I'm going to click on this middle element. So see how I can click on the outside, or I can click on the inside. I want to click on the inside, and I'm going to show you a shortcut on how to extrude now. So instead of clicking extrude, I'm going to click E on my keyboard, and I'm going to go minus because I'm taking away material, and I'm going to go 35. I want a little bit of a thicker base, and I'm going to go enter. Now I have a hollowed out shell right here, which is going to really help me for what I need to do next. So what I want to do is I'm going to save this, and we're going to come back to this just in a little while. So make sure it's saved in your folder. So I'll have a look, where's my folder? It is there, Year 11 Bluetooth speaker, and I'll save this as Carcass. Save. Perfect. Now what I want to do next is I want to make my insert.